and this is why I stopped drawing webcomics in 2007. Seriously, I work in MS Paint. Who has this kind of time for a webcomic every week? Hey there, folks. Kevin Tracy here, and if you haven't noticed, my webcomic is back after 18 years. Kevin's gotten some gray hair in his beard and a hot wife, but the chaos of running the greatest personal website of all time, ktracy.com, continues to inspire great material as always. Today's video is kind of a weird flex. I'm showboating how much my talents have improved from 2005 when I started this webcomic. In a matter of about 6 hours, I drew my late Grandpa John smiling down from the bliss of heaven as I recklessly use his van to jump a slow-moving train. This drawing of my grandpa is going to seem weird to a lot of people who knew him because my grandpa didn't smile a lot and almost never on camera, let alone winking. That's not to say I never saw the smile, though. When he retired and was living in northern Wisconsin, I was gallivanting around the country in the Air Force and as a counterterrorism analyst on presidential campaigns or on long breaks from college, and I'd go visit him for a few days once every couple years, and he was always this happy to see me. I'd ask him how he was, he'd say in his gruff Polish accent, "horse shit," and then he'd regain his composure. But my Grandpa John had a really interesting life. He grew up in a Nazi ghetto in Poland, fled the communists and the chaos of the war, somehow got to West Germany. We're not entirely sure how that happened. He immigrated to the United States, was drafted into the US Army to fight in Korea, but once he arrived in Korea, he was then shipped out to West Germany because they needed translators and my grandpa could speak English and German and Polish. After his service, he returned back to the United States. He began working in the steel mill and was able to retire with a nice plot of land in the sticks in northern Wisconsin. When he died, my mom got his minivan, which eventually made its way to me. And today, it's one of the few things I actually have from him. I get a lot of crap for driving a rusty 20-year-old minivan around today, but I still keep a roll of toilet paper in the back just like Grandpa did, and every now and then, I randomly get a whiff of his cigarette smoke and motor oil when I get in the car and I know Grandpa's in the passenger seat. My goal here was not so much to draw my grandpa as he was when he was alive, but as he is now in the presence of our eternally glorious God and keeping an eye on us from heaven, praying for us whenever we need it, which is pretty much always if you know anything about his kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids. Anyways, folks, the webcomic is back. Find it at ktracy.com. Thanks for watching.